I'm quickly going to explain the strategy for Deathsinger, and then I will show you how you do the Deathsinger by yourself. If you've played the raid before, you know kind of how it works. If not, after you complete the Shrieker hallway and get the Indiana Jones chest, you'll drop down through a hole into the Prometheus Black Goo here. Now, I would use Black Hammer, Gallahorn, and Fatebringer if I was you. Personally, those are the guns I enjoy using for Deathsinger. You may not have those guns, or you may like a different primary. There will be some knights scattered on the steps. You won't have to worry about them. So you want to go left side first. Left side is the really hard side. So Hunter, Warlock, Titan, you can all make the jump I'm about to do. As the Hunter, it's hard though. You got to run against the wall to give you a little boost and double jump up. There will be a knight that will spawn in the room to the left right here. Wait for him to run out. You'll see on your radar he'll run out and he'll go to about middle of the bridge. So just hide back here. And you'll see in your top left-hand corner, watch your radar. You'll see him pop up in a little red flash. Wait for him to move out. You're going to run right past him. The first wizard is going to be to your left. The wizards are in the middle until you enter the room. Now there's a force field wall they'll be behind, so make sure you wait to shoot until they cross that force field wall, or else your shots won't register. Unload some galley, finish it with primary if you have to, or a grenade, and then a Shrieker will pop up once the wizard's down. It will open, unload a rocket, and then you got to haul ass out of this room because so many ads are going to line up on that steps and they're going to come up here, which you'll see in a second once we run it through with the enemies actually in here. So I like to curve over here, gather yourself because Shrieker balls will kind of be behind you. They shouldn't follow you all the way over here. Reload your rocket launcher, run in here, same exact thing. Wizard's going to be to your right. Wait for it to cross the force field door, unload on it, boom, boom. There will be a knight that will spawn behind you, so you might have to jump around a little bit. Or you can go, if you want to, stand up on this coffin if you don't have any rockets, and you can just shoot it with your primary. If you kneel down, you got to be kneeled down. Sometimes the shots don't register on the Shrieker. You can shoot with primary, you could shoot with a sniper rifle, whatever you want. You could golden gun, you could lob nades, and then haul ass out of the room. Shrieker balls will be behind. Once you shake the Shrieker balls and they're gone, you want to get rid of 2 sword knights that will be either outside, just outside the door frame, or just inside the door. Now, these dudes do deal damage if you get hit, so if you're lower level, you're not a 32, I mean, they can sometimes one-shot you, so if you want to play it safe, you can come up in the tower and shoot it from here. You can use your sniper, black hammer, you can golden gun, you can toss nades, you can do all the sorts. So once you take out those sword knights, you want to move forward. Don't step inside, though. Stay outside. There's going to be some acolytes that will spawn, possibly some thrall, and the one guy you want to take out is a friggin' knight with a gun. He will be the only guy that will kill you. He's going to show up down there. He'll spawn. Just take him out. Unload some rockets. You're going to want to use Black Hammer or your sniper. You can save some rockets for Deathsinger Wizard if you want to. You can throw nades and... What's going on here? What's this nade attached to? The trip mine's suspended in air. Oh, this game's funny sometimes. So you kind of get the idea. You don't want to step in the room, like I said. As long as you don't step in the room before she starts her song, she'll be in a prime position in the right front side of the room to just black hammer the hell out of her, or shoot her with a sniper, a different sniper you might have, shoot rockets. So once she starts her song, you're going to run in here and you're going to jump on top of this coffin. And she's going to be lined up perfectly to just get headshots after headshots after headshots. Now let's run through it with some enemies so you can see it in action. You want to make sure that you got full rockets and a pack that you can pop after you rotate from the first wizard. We're doing left wizard always first because it is the hardest side. Let me switch up to 32 here. I know the DLC dropped, guys, so I don't know if I'll be able to drop down as low as I have had in the previous video where I was using one-way ticket and a bunch of trash-ass weapons. Now, for the Deathsinger and Crota, you do need better weapons. You can't do that with one-way ticket. Like I said in the past video, if you didn't watch it, or if you did watch it, oh, and yeah, like I said, make sure you got a pack ready. 40 seconds, that's fine. We can just go. But yeah, if you don't have good weapons, you're going to get wrecked. And as a 30, I was getting wrecked with one-way ticket. I was getting wrecked with the Gallahorn. So those are the knights I was telling you about. Just ignore them. Hopefully you make this jump if you're a hunter the first time. Titan and Warlock, you can float up. Look at the left-hand corner. You see how that knight popped up? He's popping up. Now we move to the center. There he is on the bridge. Hop past him. And just roll in here and unload. See, it came through. Unload, down in 2 rockets. Shrieker, boom, and get the hell out of there. You'll see the guys coming up the steps now. There's knights and acolytes everywhere. Rotate to the other side. Also, hunters, it's good to save for golden gun. because you can always use that just in case you miss with a rocket. You can use it on Shriekers. You can use to take down the Sword Knights, the Gun Knight I'm going to show you here after we complete the other side. Same thing on the other side, guys. It's just a little less hectic. That's why we do the left side first. Now the Knight spawning to my right. He's to my right, so I want to jump around a little bit so he can't get a clean shot on me. Hit the Shrieker. Get the hell out of there. I don't know what just hit me. I think I got sorted by something, but even at 32, you know, it was almost one-hit kill. Duck behind this wall. This is where I usually go for Shriekers. I got one rocket. Let's just burn it on the Knights. And then you can either use Gallahorn. I mean, not Gallahorn. You can either use, you know, your primary or Black Hammer. Maybe a shotgun if you want. I prefer to have Black Hammer on just so you know you have enough ammo for the Deathsinger part. And just take those bums out. And now it's just kind of a waiting game until she starts singing. Now remember, you got to move up to take out the one Gun Knight first. That's the one guy you want to take out. And you want to take out the Acolytes because they can shoot you while you sit on top of the coffin. You'll see the Gun Knight come in here in a second. I'm not sure if he spawned yet. There he is right there. There's the Gun Knight. Now I saw a heavy drop, so I'm just going to waste Gallahorn on him instead of my Golden Gun. You could use Golden Gun. You could use Black Hammer if you wanted to. I understand not everybody's going to have Gallahorn. If you don't have Gallahorn, Truth's really good and will work well. It just might be harder to do this solo. It's going to take longer, more attempts. It might get frustrating. I would say you could do it as a 31 with Truth. That's about the cutoff. I was a 30 messing around with Gallahorn, Truth, and it takes forever to take the wizards down. You just don't have enough time. Now, you do have 3 whole minutes. It's 2.5 minutes until she sings, and then you get 30 seconds to kill her from when she starts singing. So 3 minutes is quite a bit of time. So she started her song. Again, like I said, I didn't go in before she started. Get on the coffin. Thrall won't touch it, and there she is. She's lined up perfectly where she will be every time as long as you do not step in the room after you kill the Shrieker. Now, I hit her in the hand, which will happen sometimes. And there you go. She's killed. It's not as hard as it looks once you get the strategy down. It will take a couple attempts if you haven't done it by yourself before. But if you got a buddy, you got 1 or 2 friends, it's going to make it even easier. Because with a Titan, you can pop a bubble in there. You could pop Weapons of Light. You could pop Blessings of Light. You know, you could take her down quicker if you have worse guns. If you have a Titan Warlock, you can always self-res just in case you get killed. You got multiple grenades. You know, the more people you can have, the better. I understand that I'm making this for people that don't have any friends that play Destiny, or they like to play by themselves. They don't want to wait around for 5 other people to play with. You don't really need 5 other people to beat Crota. It's kind of a joke. You really only need yourself if you have the right guns. And if you don't have the right guns, you just need 1 other person, maybe 2, depending on what guns you have. Because now with the DLC dropping, your armor's going to be way up. So what you want to do is kill guys inside until that glass pops. You just saw it pop in the middle. And then just go outside, guys, and kill enemies. I'm going to fast forward the video so you don't have to watch me, you know, snipe. I'm kind of mediocre, if not terrible at sniping. So I'll fast forward here. Basically, you guys are just killing enemies. Use Black Hammer on the big knights. Now, you can get exotics from doing Deathsinger, so I highly suggest doing it if you don't have the guns, because we all know the RNG is terrible, and the RNG in here is terrible as well. You'll see my reward in a second. It's garbage. So I hope you get something better than I did. You're just killing enemies. It's quite simple. And then you'll know when you got the checkpoint right there. I got 2 radiant energy from doing this by myself. You have the checkpoint. You can just kill yourself if you want. That's what I was doing. You can also farm for heavy by continuing to kill the last few enemies if you're waiting for a cooldown on a pack or whatnot. But we're on to Crota. I hope you got something better than that. 2 shards is trash. Destiny doesn't reward players that do stuff by themselves. Now, like the Deathsinger, before we fight Crota, I'm going to show you the different type of strategies you can use to defeat Crota. Now, if you're saying, I don't care about that, you're boring me to death, I don't need the whole run through before you actually do it, then just go ahead and fast forward. There's a time marker right there you can see. Now, once you step on the plate, the little force field walls are going to go up, and Acolytes and 2 Sword Knights are going to spawn on each side. You can use the coffins for cover, shoot Acolytes right there. You can go to this coffin for cover and shoot Acolytes on the left side and right side. Now, once you've cleared the sides, once you cross the door frame, that's when the timers are going to start for enemy spawning and Crota's thing. Now, if you have another buddy with you, maybe you have 2 friends, your friends, whoever's not running sword, can come to the windowsill right here, and they can shoot the sword bearer, which will spawn out of that middle door right there. They can snipe him from up here. They can shoot rockets from up here if they would like. You can also have somebody, once you run out of the right door, they can come over to this post right here. If you're the sword bearer and you got a buddy, he can shoot from the windowsill, and you can shoot rockets from this post without getting hit by boomers. Or if you want to be the sword bearer, you can be down on the steps, and your 1 or 2 buddies, one of them can be on this post and shoot rockets right here. If you're the sword bearer and you have buddies with you, you can post down here on the steps. On hard mode, there's a gatekeeper behind you, so it's harder to post up on steps. You still can, you just got to be more aware. But on normal, you can hang out on the steps. Crota might shoot at you his little Mario fireball move, so just be aware of that. Now, you're saying, I don't have any friends, man, that's why I'm watching the video. Show me how you solo it. Now with the hunter, how I solo it, I usually use blink so I can go up the middle. You don't have to go up middle, but I'm going to show you both when we're actually fighting Crota. So you cross the door, the spawning will start, you jump down here, you blink to the box where the Chalice of Light is on, pick up the Chalice of Light. I use Swordbreaker. If you don't have Swordbreaker, use another shotgun. You can throw nades. The sword bearer will spawn right out of that door and come right to you. Now once you kill him, hopefully he's close enough to the box here that you can just pick up the relic or the sword without having to leave the box. Drop the relic. Sword, my bad, we're not in the Vault of Glass. Drop the sword, shoot 2 galley shots, pick up the sword, and then blink up middle. And then hack away. Now that rubble and crap won't be in front of you once we actually run through this. Now you're saying, I don't have blink, I don't like blink, I don't use blink. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to show you another way you can go. Now, I would switch to Gunslinger to have the triple jump. You don't have to. If you prefer the Blade Dancer jump, that's totally fine. And Titans and Warlocks, you can just float up the middle. It's super easy. Or you can follow the path I'm going to do right now. You kill the guy, pick up the sword. You're going to head to the right. You're going to jump up on this first rock, drop the sword, shoot 2 galley at Crota once he comes into view, pick up sword, jump over, hack away. Once you're done hacking, you're going to drop the sword right here. You're going to jump down to the rock, reload galley, shoot Crota again, bang, bang. Pick up the sword as you run onto the platform. Again, this rubble won't be here. Hack away, boom, 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 and then go out middle using the sword to hack away as quickly as possible. Now this is where I go after the first sword. It allows me to pop a pack if you're out of heavy. Crota's going to rotate to the right, and he's going to be there for about 30 seconds, and then he's going to rotate back to the middle. Now if you don't want to go to the steps, and maybe you want to go back up to the crystal room, you can go up these steps. Now again, Crota will be on the opposite side. You can also come back to the windowsill if you would like, and just sit right here. Now let's show you it in action. Now I blink out of the room. You don't have to do that. I'm just kind of dicking around at this point because I've ran through this stupid raid so many times. If you skipped ahead to this part and didn't see the strategy that I laid out, I'm assuming you'll just follow as we go along. For people that already know the strategy, just killing the acolytes on the right, killing all the acolytes on the left, and the knights. And it doesn't matter, Titan, Warlock, Hunter, the strategy that I prefer to use is to go up middle for the first sword and then use the rock for all subsequent swords after that. You don't have to go up middle, you can use the rock each time. You can just do 1 sword for every sword. You don't have to try and get 2 swords for every one, or even go for 3 swords in one when you go up middle on the first sword. Go at your own pace, you guys. You have a lot of time to kill them on normal. You can even go past second ogres. For those that have never ran sword or have only run it once or twice, I wouldn't go up middle. I would still use the box to kill the sword bearer for the first sword, but I would use the rocks. Now I'm going to go out the right side. You can go out left or right. It doesn't matter. I just prefer to go out the right side. You're running out here, guys. There's Crota's punk ass. Jumping on the box just like I told you. Pick up the chalice. The knight will spawn right here in the middle. Here he is, the lovable sword bearer. Come here, you. Toss a grenade. Just use Swordbreaker, use your shotgun. I have the Don't Touch Me's on, which help if you get hit by Thrall. They calm down. You want them a little closer to the box than this, so let them come close. You got plenty of time to kill Crota, so don't panic. Don't panic at all. It's not on hard. You have plenty of time. Wait for him to get close to the box, pick up the relic, drop it. Thrall, chill out. Now shoot Gallahorn, pick up relic, blink up, hack away. You don't have to worry about boomers as much because you got the Chalice of Light to reheal it. It's not on hard. Drop right by that lamp. Get on top of the rock. Reload galley. 1, 2. Pick up relic. 1, 2, 3. Now jump, use the R1 button to hack away, I always do. The R1 does little swing hits like that, the R2 is the power hit. I use R2 and R1, but on normal, man, I would just keep it simple. 3 R2s and get out of there. Now if you're an experienced sword bearer, then you can go for as many hits as you want. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. But if you've never run sword before, I would just keep to the basics, 3 R2s. Now I'm burning these rockets because when I pop my next pack, I wanted to have a full 7. Now I'm going to switch back to Gunslinger because I'm not going to go up middle after the first sword. Now you've probably seen some people solo this and they get 3 swords on Crota. I kind of want to show you all the mechanics. You know, some people aren't going to be able to do 3 swords on Crota. 3 swords is pretty tough. Your timing's got to be impeccable. So Crota's up here to our right. You have a little counter in your head, 30 seconds. He's going to rotate, alright? So just kill Thrall in the meantime. Keep track of sword bearer. He'll probably be either to the right or left of the boxes, and just keep a timer in your head. But don't worry, don't panic. Make sure you got enough rockets though. If Swordbearer charges like he does, then just toss a grenade, try and defend him back. If he comes in, then that's fine. You can always retreat if you want to, or jump around. So there you go, Crota moved. Galley, I'm using Galley, you don't have to. You can use your shotgun if you want, but Swordbearer's kind of pissing me off right here. I almost die because this dude's a jerk. So now we're not going to go up middle, we're going to go up on the rock just to show you everything here. And I'm not going to kill him on this sword because I want to show you ogres as well, just in case you make it to ogres. Drop the sword, wait for him to appear. Come on, Crota. You might have to jump if he doesn't walk over. Oh, I messed up. There we go. Look at me. I'm magical. I'm messing up in the video. I'm trying to show you how to solo it. I'm going to get like no hits on this run. That's totally fine though. I wanted to go to ogres anyway. Now I go to this room, but if you don't have rockets, I would go to the Prometheus goo room, which is where you drop down, and that's where you start Deathsinger from. And I would bust out Icebreaker or Black Hammer, and the ogres will funnel in, and you can just snipe away at them. And that way will take a little bit longer, but you can still do it that way. Granted, you'll have rockets left behind if you messed up like I did. Or maybe you're only doing 1 sword attempt per sword. You're not trying to go for 2 swords in one. If that's the case, you'll have rockets left over. Hunter, you can use Golden Gun. Warlock, you can use grenades. Titan, you can use grenades as well. And you can just kind of play keep away around the big center swirling thing. Now the ogre's going to come out behind you, behind that big door right there. And you can play keep away around this cylinder. The ogres will come out after 2 swords. So if you get to, or 2 sword bearers, you kill 2 sword bearers and ogres are going to come. Now it might take them a few seconds. Here he is. Galley, and I'm going to Golden Gun him. Pretty simple, guys. This is as a 32, so if you're higher level, you're going to be able to kill him quicker. And the next ogre's going to come from the other tower. Here he is coming across my screen. Now Crota's just now moving back center. That's perfectly fine, guys. Don't rush yourself. Don't worry. You have way more time to kill him on normal than on hard. You don't have to be perfect. You can make mistakes, like I did. I friggin' shot only 1 galley. I don't know what I thought this was. I thought my galley had 500 damage or something. Now, I don't have any rockets, so I'm just kind of using Fatebringer, using nades. If you don't have Swordbreaker on, you could switch to Icebreaker if you don't have Heavy. Now, lucky for me, Heavy drops right here. If Heavy didn't drop, I would probably have to wait for him to rotate to the right and then back middle to pop another pack, which is totally fine. Like I said, you have plenty of time to kill him. Don't worry, don't feel rushed. You're not trying to solo it on hard, which is just a whole nother level. Well, it might not be as much now that people can be 34, but it was when you're 32. It's hard as balls. So I'm going to go up on the windowsill here, just so I can keep an eye on Swordbearer a little bit easier once he comes out. Now the Swordbearer is going to take a little while to come out after ogres. He has to spawn. And I couldn't really find him, so that's why I was coming up here. And you can see Crota's not going to shoot me if I'm behind the wall. So there's Swordbearer. Basically just buying my time, guys. You got to make sure you got 2 rockets. Now, if you don't have Galahorn, you got Truth, you got Dragon's Breath, you're going to have to kind of experiment. I'm not going to take the time to experiment for you. I'm sure if you had Truth fully upgraded, it's only going to take 3 rockets to take him down. It's really just experimentation, guys, if you don't have Galahorn. If you're a Warlock, you could stick him with those 2 grenades, and that's going to deal damage over time, and then shoot him with a rocket. and most people should have at least Truth. Dragon's Breath, you can have those solar flares that will deal damage over time. Crota's shield re-heals pretty quickly, so you got to make sure you're constantly doing damage on him. That's what's nice with the Gallowhorn is you got the wolf pack rounds. Now I'm basically just buying my time until Crota rotates again here. Again, I have the clock going in my head, 30 seconds. There he goes, he's rotating. Now I got to take out this freaking jerk as he's down here hanging out with me. Now it's a little bit sloppy, but hey, we're still going to do it. I'm going to the right rock again. Hopefully this time I remember to shoot 2 rockets, not just 1. Drop the sword. Don't have sword breaker on. I'm just choking right now in my own video, and I can edit. 1, 2, 3. He's done. You've done it. I didn't get any gear because I've already beaten it. Hopefully you guys get something good. I never get rewarded when I do stuff solo. Destiny doesn't like to reward solo play. If you have any questions or need clarification, comment below. I will answer away. Hopefully this video is going to help you beat Crota by yourself, guys. Good luck. And like, comment, subscribe if you want. If not, then it doesn't matter. You ain't hurting my feelings, guys. See ya.